Hello students, today we are going to study class 7 biology. We are dealing with chapter number 3, that is kingdom classification 2, and please turn to page number 52 of your textbook. Okay, so we have dealt with 4 different phylums, and today we are going to deal with phylum Annelida. Okay, Annelus or ring segmented worm. This phylum comprises of the organisms that are segmented. Okay, segmented means something lined, body that is lined. Okay, different lines. The body is divided into different segment, and for the separation of the body into different segments, line is present over. Line thing is present over on their body. Have you seen the earthworms? Have you observed them? Okay, in this rainy season, it's very common. You must have observed that their body, just when you just have a very closer look, you will be able to see that, observe that very thing very easily, that their body comprises of different segments and minute lines you can see, okay, throughout the body. That is segmented worms, and they belong to the phylum Annelida. So, body is metamerically segmented externally by transverse grooves and internally by septa. So, metamerically segmented, it means division into similar segments. So, the body of the organisms is divided into similar segment. Externally means you can see in the superficial surface, okay, that you can easily see by your naked eyes, okay. And transverse grooves, it means long narrow cuts, okay, like this is present on their body. Some of the anterior body segments concentrate to form head, and some of the body segments they concentrate, it means they come closer. It seems to that they have come closer and they form the head. Okay, now come to page number 53 of your textbook. Okay, now we will be dealing with the point number 2. Exoskeleton absent. Body is covered by a thin cuticle. So what does it mean? That external hard covering is absent in these kinds of organisms, and thin cuticle, thin cuticle, something hard coating kind of thing is present on their body. Locomotory organs are segmentally arranged, paired lateral appendages, parapodia, and chitinous setae and chaetae. What does it mean? So, locomotory organs, this terms means the organs that help these organisms in their movement. So, the organs that are available for the movement are also segmented. Okay, it means the lining is also present in their body and they form the lateral appendages. Okay, and setae or chaetae means something bristle kind of thing is present. Okay. Now point number 4. Alimentary canal is tube-like, complete and extends straight from mouth to anus. Okay, the alimentary canal, the canal that is responsible for the passage of the food from the mouth to the excretory organ, that is to anus. Okay, that is tube-like, in the form of tube, complete and straight. It starts from the mouth and it ends at the anus. Okay. Now 5th point. True coelomate animals with closed blood vascular systems, coelom allows true organs to be packed in the body structure. There is thus extensive organ differentiations. So what do you mean by true coelomate animals? It means the animals that are having the body cavity. I told you the organisms of these very primitive phylums, they don't have the well organized system for performing different functions. So the cavity is present there in their body, and in these very cavity the important functions like digestion, circulation, all these kinds of activities are in a way or other being carried out. Okay. not in such a very specialized way, not in a very sophisticated mean. That means, this is for example, for you human beings, we have different systems: digestive, circulatory, nervous system, and every system is responsible for performing some particular work. Just take an example: digestive system. You are taking the food from mouth, the food is being chewed, mixed with the saliva, then it's entering into next step. So there is a differentiation. There is, in our digestive system, there are different stages, and at different stages, different enzymes, the food is being break down by different enzymes, and finally the food is digested and the waste is being excreted out. So for a system like digestion, a different specialized organs are present over there, but such kind of very specialized kind of digestion is not being carried out in this very animals in their cavities. The simple things are being, in a simple way, the simple process of digestion is taking whatever is necessary for that very animals or these worms. They are just taking it, and rest they are just throwing it out. Okay, they don't have that very specialized medium or way of performing any particular functions. So these animals have these cavities, and in these cavities the preliminary whatever process is required, it's being carried out. Coelom allows true organs to be packed in a body structure, and this allows that different organs should be packed at one body structure. Okay, there is thus extensive organ differentiation. So whatever organ is there, it is differentiated. This very organ will performing this very functions. Excretion by paired segmental nephridia, which removes waste from coelom and blood stream directly to the exterior. As I told you, they are not having the well-defined, well-organized systems. So what is happening for the excretion of process of excretion? This nephridia is performing the function of excretion. And what is its function? Just to remove the waste from the coelom, that means from the body cavity where different functions being carried out, and from the blood stream. Okay, wherever the blood is flowing, it is directly picking up the waste from that body cavity and from the blood, and just throwing it out of the as a waste material. So you can just easily understand now, they are not having such a well organized, well functional system as we human beings have. Okay, because these are very small creatures, they don't have such a well organized, well functioning, well systematic way of performing any function. Okay, now come to point number 7. The nervous system consists of a dorsal brain and a ventral nerve cord with ganglia and lateral nerves in each body segment. So in each body segment, what they have, they dorsal, towards the dorsal position. Okay, the brain is present and a ventral nerve cord. Okay, you have the spinal cord thing now. These are not having the spinal cord because they don't have intact structure. Okay, their body is soft, delicate. So in a way or other, they are just having this nerve cord for transmission of the information from the brain to rest of the body parts. Okay, this via this nerve cord, what is happening, the brain of this very organisms, whatever instruction or messages they want to process, they process it, and this nerve cord transmit that very information to different parts of our body of the worm or the organism that belong to this phylum. Okay, now come to the next point, that is reproduction is by sexual means. Sexes may be united or separate. Okay, there is one word given in the bracket, it is hermaphrodite. Okay, what is happening, there are some organism which, for example, for a human beings, we have the differ sexes. Okay, male and female. In many of the animals and worms also, we have this categorization of male and female. So the organism of this phylum, they may be of two types. Okay, they might have separate sexes, means male and female category will be there, or both the sexes will be present inside one organism only. Okay, so in the case when the sexes are united, that term that is used for such kind of organisms is hermaphrodite. Okay, and the reproduction is being carried out by sexual means. Okay, they are reproducing through the sexual means. Now come to the point number 9. They live in a variety of habitats, mostly aquatic, marine or freshwater. Some are terrestrial, burrowing in tubes, some free flowing forms. So what is happening? They show a wide variety of habitat. Okay, habitat, you understanding? The place where these organisms survive, they live, the home of such kind of organisms. Okay, so some are living in aquatic. Okay, most of them are aquatic, that means they live inside the water. Marine, they are found in the salty water or freshwater resources. Okay, and some are also terrestrial, means that are found on the ground, they live in the land, in burrows, in tubes. Okay, and some are free living forms, this is just free. Okay, they can be found in some other habitat also, and some other kind of habitats also. Okay, in different kinds of habitat. Now point number 10. Examples of Annelida include earthworm and leech. Earthworm lived in soil and get its nutrition from it. Leech is a parasite that sticks to the host and sucks its blood. So example of this Annelida phylum include earthworm. Okay, that all of you must have observed, and especially in the rainy season it's very common. Everywhere you can find it out. Leech. Okay, it's a kind of organism. It's basically very common to be found on the buffaloes. Okay, although it's kind found in different varieties of animals on but on buffaloes you can find it very prevalent. It's present, it's very common over their body. So this earthworm lived in the soil, okay, and get its nutrition from it. These are earthworm, these are very important organisms. They live in the soil and they take their food from the soil only. And what is happening? What they oxidize the soil. Okay, they live in the soil, they come just carry out their processes, they are taking the food, and they are in turn increasing the fertility of the soil. Okay, in many of the agricultural college where the farming is being done by the organic ways, they are using earthworm on very large scale. Actually they are being reared. Okay, as people used to rear cows for milk, in the same way in very many agricultural colleges they are rearing this earthworm because they are very good from point of view of increasing the fertility of the soil. For that very purpose earthworm is of great use. Okay, so they are being brought into the use for this very purpose. Leech is a parasite that sticks to the host and sucks its blood. And what is this leech is doing? They just stuck to the host. Host means the organism from which they are taking their food directly. Okay, and they just stick to their host, and what they will do, they will take their food directly. They will take the ready-made food being prepared by the host directly and just fill his stomach. Okay, fine. Today we are going to deal with only one phylum, that is phylum Annelida. Hopefully you have understood everything, and whatever new terms or the terms that seems to be different, I have write the meanings also. Okay, hopefully it will make your learning easy, effective, and easy to understand also. Okay, so students, today's homework is page number 53. You can see here na, test your understanding. This is your homework, okay, for today. Hopefully you have understood the things. So stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.